Careful. It's crystal.
Don't drop it.
Heavy water. We will be out here cleaning all night.
All those nights at the gym really paid off.
Okay, here you go.
Awesome. Thanks.
Let me-
All right. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys. Everyone who knows me very well, anyone who's close to me, whether professionally or personally. Oh yeah, thanks so much. Good.
Yeah, that's
Good. I was developing a soprano's voice, carrying that thing. So, anyone who knows me professionally and personally knows that I am really famous for my speeches because I just go on and on. People have left the room, or in some cases, made dinner reservations and celebrated, what potentially will be the tricentennial, and I'm still talking. So I'm not going to do that tonight. I promise you guys. But I need to say some thanks and also extend a heartfelt message to my community. First, I need to thank City Access New York, first and foremost, for honoring us with this award, so please give them a hand. They have definitely worked their butts off to make this happen for us. And I'm really humbled, honored, and grateful to be receiving this award for the contributions that we make to the community. And honestly, when I first heard about this award, when I was approached, the first thing I said to myself was like, wow, like somebody knows what we do. Because the thing is, when you give, anything that you contribute to the communities that are really, really meaningful to you, you don't give to be noticed, you just give, right? So, it doesn't mean it's not great if someone does notice. So we were really appreciative that they did. And when I found out a little bit more about who City Access is and what they do, I realized, they're just like us. They give so much to our community, as well as anyone in need. So that basically is us in a nutshell, just they do it without the music. So we hope to continue to be the musical mouthpieces for their work and their efforts, and they definitely deserve all of the love and props that they've earned from all of us. So thank you, City Access. I also need to, yeah, absolutely, go right ahead. Yeah. I also need to thank the fans and supporters of Los Ciegos Del Barrio. We've been at this for 19 years. We've been recording for 16 years. Without them, we wouldn't have the energy to do what we do because it's hard work. Everyone who comes to these events, a lot of you are here today. Everyone who comes to our shows, purchases our music, anyone who interacts with us on social media, the emails that I've received in support, and even people that just come up to me and say, I love what you guys do. I love your music. You guys are inspirational. And the funny thing is, with the word inspirational, we don't want to be ever an inspiration because we're blind. We want to be inspirational because we're leaders. And so I always let people know that that's the reason for inspiration. And the good thing about being a leader is that all of us in here, everyone has a capability to be a leader. All of us. Because even if we believe we don't have as much, we can still give, all of us. So, I also need to thank my band members. Now, I'm not going to do some blanket, thank you boys, and then I'm out of here. I'm going to thank them individually. I'm going to put them on the spot a little bit because without first of all, I suck as a musician. I'm really a terrible musician. I'm not that great, but these guys make me sound really good. So, I'm just kind of like the guy behind the scenes that runs things. I reel in the business and all that. I do the writing, and but these guys are way more talented than I am. And their contributions are definitely should be honored and noticed today. My twin brother Derek, stand up, Derek, if you can. Yeah. brother. You know, and we tease him all the time, and he takes our abuse constantly, because the check's in the mail, he says. So, you know, but we love him to death. He is our keyboardist, bass player, mostly bass, and he lead sings about 80% of our songs. And honestly, he's got the prettiest voice in the band. We tease him, but he gets to say, exactly. He gets to say, well, haha, I got a prettier voice than you do. So that's Derek Suarez. Machete, Arnold Vargas, Machete, stand up, man. Stand up until I'm done. Now he's the more accomplished, he's a very accomplished musician in his own right. And he's the one that kind of keeps us in line musically. So like when we suck, it's him that tells us that we suck. When he doesn't say anything, that means we're doing great. He's been a really good friend of mine, and you know, we obviously as families tend to do, we all kind of develop our own identities and theories and opinions and just our ways of life. But he's stuck with us since the very beginning of our creation. He is our keyboardist. He also sings a lot of songs, and he's actually my Spanish mouthpiece because my Spanish is not that great. So without him, you know, he gets to make fun of me when I do Spanish interviews. So, but besides that, he's a fantastic musician. He goes by the name Machete. He's originally from Washington Heights in New York. He's the only band member that's Dominican. And we love him and definitely appreciate it. And give him a hand, please, because he's a great guy. Jimmy Fontanez. Stand up, Jimmy.
Yeah. The one behind the camera.
He's the one doing the camera for me right now. You know, and he's a good guy because he yeah.
Oh, the spinning selfie.
The spinning selfie. For those who follow us on Instagram, Los Ciegos Del Barrio, there's a really fun. First of all, he's the goofball of the band. He's like the loud frat boy, and there's a really funny image of him taking a selfie of himself and then spinning around, so the background is kind of like spinning. It makes you look like you're on a merry-go-round, like really fast. And he's always there to make us laugh. He's got a ton of energy. He's got such a high voice. I mean, he just puts us to shame. I mean, you have to put away the china when he sings because he's just that good. He can really blow. And I'm telling you, he's my partner in crime on the percussion. He's the drummer. He's taught me a lot of what I know today. You know, I look smart, I sound smart sometimes, but it's because of him that I play well. And he's my partner in crime. We're so in sync that we even mess up together. I mean, that's how. So he's absolutely a really good, loyal member of the band, and we love him very dearly. Jimmy Fontanez. And then, of course, the boys that are not here, the guys who are kind of like our backups or our fringe members. I'm going to give an honorable mention to Jamie Diaz, to Antonio Jimenez, Domingo Pascual. You know, these are our backups when we need them. They're always there in a pinch hit when one of us can't make a show. As well as every musician that has ever played with us in these 19 years. And then I need to thank one more person, very important to us, someone who was kind enough to surprise us tonight. Now, he was our music teacher back when we were in the Institute, in the New York Institute, you know, back in the late 80s into the early 90s. And he's really humble. Whenever we say that he taught us a lot of what we know, he'll say, well, no, you guys, I was just in the room with you guys and you guys played. I have to disagree with that because I'm going to tell you what he taught us. He taught us how to be professional. He taught us how to get out of our bubble, get out of our comfort zone, and play good. Because of him, we're global. We would have never done that without him. He taught us, most importantly, how to give. This award that we're winning tonight, we should be giving it to him because he's the one, through his organization, this nonprofit organization called Project Troubadour, with whom we had the pleasure of serving our communities with. We were able to go to Russia, and of course we didn't get the message right away, right? You know, we're young. Wow, Russia! Whoa, rock stars! Man, this is so cool. But you know, once we went to places like the Dominican Republic and we got a little bit older and gained a little bit more experience, we started to understand, you know, there is the notion of the haves and have-nots. It's a real notion. It really is, and it's such an underestimated thing. We take that for granted. And when we visit countries that have so little compared to what we got, you know, we have such an abundance of things. We tend to take these things for granted. And through those efforts, I you know, when I went to the Dominican Republic with Project Troubadour, I said, you know what, the music is just a lot, you know, that we are able to play should be a lot more than just getting on stage, having a good time, feeling like a rock star, bless you, feeling like a rock star and you know, making a little bit of money here and there. We can use our music to make a difference in someone's life. There's an old story, and I don't know where it comes from. Maybe somebody can Google it and let me know by the end of the speech. But a father and son are walking along a beach, and there are a bunch of starfish that are kind of washing ashore. The little boy picks up one starfish, throws it back in the water. The father says, well, what are you doing? Why are you taking that starfish and throwing it back in the water? Don't you see that they're going to die anyway? It's not going to make a difference what you do. The little boy turns to his dad and says, well, it made a difference to that one. So yeah, think about that, because we can all make a difference even when we don't think we can. Even when we think it's futile, even if we think we have so little, it doesn't have to be monetary. Go out and volunteer, and I direct this all to the blind community. Go out and serve the community, volunteer, do something. It was this man who taught us how to do all of these things. Elliot Osborne, please stand up. Yeah. Without him, we would have never been able to do all the things that we do today. And you know, we love him to death, and he'll never ever admit or say anything that he's ever done for us. But we're not afraid to say what he's done for us. You know, he's like our father figure, and we're so happy that he is here to share this moment with us, because honestly, he should be a recipient of the award as well. Elliot, we love you. We are so happy that you are our teacher, and you know, we would skip through every class mentally because we're looking forward to your class. So thank you for everything you've ever done for us all these years. We would have never done those shows without you. So I'm hearing a lot of rumbling stomachs out there. I know we're going to get ready to eat pretty soon. I just want to say to all of our communities, you know, everyone who seems to feel a little bit entitled once in a while, well, I think we have an entitlement to give. I think we should all give something, whether it's money, whether it's time and effort. Anything that we can do to make someone's day can really go a long way. So everyone, please pick up a starfish on the way out, okay? I love you guys. Thank you, City Access. Thank you, Los Ciegos Del Barrio. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you for all our fans. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, now you know. Well, thank you so much for making a difference. And thank you so much for setting an example that all things are possible.